What if you can't afford a lawyer? How does somebody pay for a lawyer to go to bat for them on an issue like this and when they don't have any money?
My experience is that most attorneys dealing with sexual harassment cases work on what's known as a contingent fee basis.
Okay.
That is to say, yes, as the personal injury lawyers would say, you know, we don't get paid unless you get paid. Right. So it's very similar to that. But again, it's going to depend on the particular law firm.
Right. And you would, in a case like that, though, as an attorney, you would have to make sure that they have a pretty strong case for you to take it in the first place.
Oh, absolutely. There's a screening process.
Sure.
Sure.
For people who aren't familiar with the law, what does that mean? What would they have to go through? If somebody really had a problem and they didn't really understand the law and they didn't have any money?
Well, one of the things that the lawyer is going to do is they're going to ask you a series of questions that are going to include, does your company have a sexual harassment policy? Does your company have an HR? And they're going to look for the structure of that company and that corporation. And then they're going to ask you what you've done. We're going to look for things like emails. We're going to look for things like pictures and text and things like that, ways that we can document either you reporting it or them actually harassing you. And people can be quite bold. It's just shocking.
Well, in this day and age of social media, it's probably a lot more prevalent, is it not?
Well, we've seen politicians. I mean, our news is pervaded with politicians. No pun intended.
I'm not a politician, thank you. Not going to run for office,
players,
folks.
You know, we've seen our, two presidents now that have been brought into sex scandals. There are it's way too easy now to take one of those proverbial pictures, if you will, and send that to somebody. So you never know what someone's going to walk into the office and have. And then sometimes they may not have anything, in which case those are things we need to address with them about how they need to begin those discussions, how they need to begin to prove their case.